Hey everybody, the PTU for 4.0 is out to everyone, and I mean everybody. So what we did today was we took off from Microtech, Area 18, because it is the closest planet to the jump point. From Stanton to Pyro, we flew into Pyro all the way to the yellow planet, whatever it's called, Balloon or Bloom. I do not remember for sure, and we flew back. The performance around the jump gates is the worst I have seen ever in the game. I'm hoping they iron that out, but it worked, and I made it both times. So we were just leaving here at nighttime on Area 18, which is the city planet. And we are going to head out to the Stanton jump point, Stanton Pyro jump point. As you can see, the Pyro gateway is quite a ways. We are in the Drake Goofy ship? Herald. We are in the Drake Herald. And I got a bit of editing here going on. As you can see, it is really pretty out here. But once we jump in, the performance and the load-in stutter and all that crazy crap just is horrible. It gets really bad. I believe we do try to land for gas before jumping through. We'll see what happens, but yeah, it gets very, very, like, screen freezes for 20 seconds level bad in a few spots here. Server meshing is working, but the performance near the jump gates is just absolutely horrid. I tried stopping for gas, but it didn't work. So we're just heading towards the jump gate here. I'm not 100% sure how I activated it. Both times I'm not 100% sure how I activated it. I tapped the call switch that you usually get a hanger for. That might have done it. I really do not know for sure. On the way back, I actually clicked the activate jump gate thing on the HUD. I don't think that actually did anything, though. I'm also not sure if these little, yellowish orange curvy bits that I'm flying by, if those are part of the HUD or if those are actually in the world. If they're projected, I don't know. But, yeah, see... horrible performance. I almost died both ways because traveling through here is 100% manual. You don't need to use your throttle or your thrusters. All you need to use is your stick. Yeah, see there, I thought the game broke there. But just out of nowhere, I get up to a certain point and that pops up. So I'm like, okay, activate jump point. I'm like, do I have to activate it? Or it eventually just worked. You're supposed to have to like shoot a thing into it. I don't know how to do it. I think you do it by hailing the gate. But the Stanton gate is the station, so I'm not 100% sure. It just ended up working here. I don't want to edit this part. I want you to see this. So, I'm just going to let it go. Yeah, see, I start wondering what the hell, and then all of a sudden, it starts, doing stuff. It gets pretty neat. Pretty cool. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm doing anything right at the moment, But then all of a sudden, it just grabs my ass, and away we go. Now, you can see the frame rate you know, it's like, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Because you have to manually steer this. And if you look close, I do skip the edges a little bit, a few times, which does put damage, does damage your ship. And you can fall out if you go too far through the black wall, they call it, or whatever I call it. But as you can see, it smooths out, and what's really cool is that's actually another player in front of it. Just ate shit, it looked like. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's another player, the second player ahead of me. They're steering through it with me. This is live. This is manual flying, and those other... Ooh, see, I hit that. And then, yeah, you're going through these together. This is not it's a loading screen, but this is not animated. This is not pre-rendered. This is you really flying through here. And once it's orange, you're in Pyro, technically. I think if you fall out once the color changes, yeah, so you see I'm rubbing the edge a little bit there. You will be in Pyro, but yeah, this is just batshit crazy. It basically gives you gives you something to do as you change servers, change shards. Kind of wish those wall pillars weren't there. And here we go. There's the opening coming up, I believe. And yep, we're in Pyro. And this is... I had people in the org telling me that it's pretty smooth on this side. But... yeah, I started having some very severe issues here. Yeah, it's like all kinds of crazy crap. I can't even really look around. I was going to look behind me, see if I can see the jump gate on the other side. I know it's there, but first order of business is to get to the gateway station and refuel. So it struggles. It really struggles. So right around here, I get the idea that it might be shader pop in, right? So I back out and I reset, try to use Vulkan instead, just on a whim. Sit here letting the shaders optimize for what seems like 20 minutes, right? It took forever. Get back in with Vulkan running, and as you can see, it puts me in the Shadow Realm. I've had this glitch before. I think it's when Vulkan isn't rendering properly. Figured it's Vulkan, so I back out again, wasted all that time, and it is what it is. That ends up doing the trick. The performance is bad again, but it's working at least. I'm a little confused because it looks like Pyro out there, but this looks like a Stanton station. So turns out that the station going into Stanton from Pyro is like this on the inside. It's just a normal station. I'm assuming all the gateway stations are going to probably be like this. So we call our ship in. I can't remember. I don't think it actually refuels on the pad. I think I have to go outside and land on the outside pad to get it to refuel. The servers are kind of burning right now. It's working, but they're burning. I was going to go over to Checkmate Station, but I was going to go to Ruin Station, but that's too far away, so we head over to Checkmate to stop off for fuel again before heading to the yellow planet that you see in the trailers, or you saw in the trailers. I mean, it's really neat. Pyro, it's all yellow. This is the cloud or the nebula that it's in. You run into a lot of that, like when we get to the next station, it's in like this dirty ass nebula. The sun flares? The sun flares are not in game right now. They're talking about adding that later. But this system is, as you can see, it freezes right here. The system is very, very large. It does take a while to get places, and you do have to have some range. And once I get away from the jump point, it starts to smooth out a little bit. It gets into like your usual PTU performance. So there's something going on around the jump gates where it is just insane right now. Here we are coming into Checkmate Station. There are a lot of weird names in this game, in Pyro here. It's a little glitchy. I'm moving a little bit fast. I think it's just shader pop in. I think the station comes out of nowhere. Oh yeah, there we are. We're through the cloud. That's right. And this is neat. I don't know why I got a crime levels thing there. Maybe it's a local thing. But yeah, see, it's this weird dark cloud that this place is in. It is, you come in and out and it's all crazy and dark and foreboding. It is very, very cool. It's like a completely different game, right? It's just, I would say beautiful. It's not. It's ugly, but in a beautiful way, right? But yeah, I mean, just look at that. My character's getting a little bit thirsty, but for some reason the elevator won't come. The elevator won't show up at the station. So I do what you usually do here. I log out to main menu, log back in, which puts me in the hab. It's always something. Here we are in the Pyro hab, waking up in this dirty ass room. Pyro is pretty neat. I need to use the GPS to actually find my way around places. It is really run down, man. It is a completely different world out here. Whoa, the players are running everywhere. But at this point, we have refueled the ship. I'm just trying to find something to eat or drink. Options aren't all that great here. Gotta remember to take my helmet off. And that guy just pops in. And it is PTU. When I first created the character, I forgot to copy over my user file, so that's my character right now in the PTU. So got all the little like lights from like the Asian district lights, Chinatown lights and everything. But yeah, this map is very useful. You're gonna probably need this until you memorize these stations. It is crazy. I couldn't even find the food court right away here. It's just like, what the hell, you know? It's nuts. But we get ourselves a bottle of reclamated water, whatever the hell that is. I'm not sure I want to know. And then some apple bits in a bag. I think it's like dried apple chunks, like tiny chunks from like Starfield or something. And what cool thing was those two characters were having a conversation, which was neat. And the ASOP terminals look and sound different out here, which is kind of cool. But from here, we can plot a course to Bloom. I thought the whole planet was yellow. It's just around the equator. It is one hell of a trip. I've got enough water with me. Well, not with me, but I took a drink. I'm hurt because I jumped off a catwalk. But we're out of the station and about to be on our way for what felt like a 10-minute flight. Real time. I'm not 100% sure. As you can see, the server is still struggling a little bit, but I'm hoping to get this stuff worked out by the time they push it live. It's open PTU now, ePTU, which means there is a chance this might be on live by next week. I'm hoping they get the performance things and the little bit of bugs that are left worked out before they do. Here we are coming into Bloom. I can never remember if it's Bloom or Bloom. Isn't that pretty? I only know it's Bloom because I'm reading it on the screen as I'm narrating this right now. Now, I don't know what any of these waypoints are. I don't know if whatever I pick, all I know is I want it to be daytime and someplace yellow. I don't know if it's friendly, if they're going to shoot, if they're passive. I have not spent enough time in Pyro to know the places, but we picked something just to get down to the surface. I do like how you can see the atmosphere and all that fun stuff. I think the first one doesn't take, and then we try for the second one. Quickly realized at how high of an altitude that we came out of quantum travel in, so we're beelining it towards the surface here. I realized that there's turrets in that area that we came down to, so I kind of just decided we're not going to land there. Plus, it's by a little teeny lake out in the black area, and that's not so pretty. So we fly off, find ourselves a little area to land in off to the side. I end up seeing what looks like a river. Turns out it's not a river. Find our place to sit down, kind of hop up on a rock, take in the view a little bit. We're not actually doing missions out here today. It was just wanted to fly out here, land, kind of look around, and then fly back and see how the jump gate traveling between systems worked. And other than the performance around the jump gates, it is working at least. It is kind of pretty out here. This is kind of a mixture of things. We got the yellow grass. We've got our Halloween green herald over there. I really do. Look at how pretty that rock is. I wonder if this is a mineable rock I'm hopping on. But yeah, we get up here and we get ourselves a little bit of a view, try to figure out our screenshot. But yeah, this is, we're there. It's actually really pretty. And there, once we have our screenshot, it's about time to head back to the ship. Try to hop down. I was worried about that for a minute, and then we pretty much just work our way back. I tried going to the nearby station. I can't remember what the name of the station is. It's one of the rough and ready stations, but it starts glitching out. And then I realize we have, I think, enough fuel somehow to get back to the jump point station. So we end up just flying there. But just leaving this planet, man. The orange grass, yellow grass, whatever color, gold grass, I guess, the blue skies. It is very pretty. Once this is in live, or maybe next week, probably not tomorrow, we'll see. I do want to go to all the planets and check them out. The purpose of this was just to show you the traveling from Stanton to somewhere in Pyro and then back to Stanton and back to that beautifully lit planet, man. Jesus. Here we can see those little things, which it turns out those are actually there for the gate to get back. For a recall, I land at the station. I get the refuel to pop up and it doesn't work. Or something. I fidget with it and I fidget with it on the pads and I finally get it to refuel. And then it doesn't show that it refueled, but it says it did. And all that fun stuff. It was a cluster, but we're gonna skip by that. It's just really glitchy right now. And here we go. I'm trying to whoa, Christ, I don't even remember what I was trying to clear my route. I go into the contacts, I swear I remember having to hail. But there's no contacts to actually hail, right? We're just flying up to the wormhole, the gate, whatever it's called. I do tap the call button on my stick, kind of hoping that does something. I don't know if it does for sure. Yeah, it's closed, so someone went through. You can see the performance start to drop quite a bit here. It's really iffy, you know. Yeah, see, I start going through, trying to figure this out. To this, I'm not 100% sure. It's something we're going to have to play with. So I just kind of work my way towards it, and all of a sudden, I get the alignment pop up. It seems like if you just fly towards it slowly, eventually you get that little circle that pops up, and then you just kind of, there it is, and then you just kind of line it up, and then you stop. Then it kind of tunes. And this is where it says activate jump point. And I'm confused. It's like do I have to do something to activate it or what? I'm not sure. So I ended up holding F on the keyboard in just a second and tried clicking that on the screen, right? I don't know if it does anything or not, right? Yeah, see right here, there's a, see, the second I clicked that, it shot the pulse. Now, I don't know if that did it or if that was a coincidence, right? Through trial and error, once they get the performance better, hopefully by live, I will do some testing and just jump back and forth between the systems until I know for sure how it works, right? But till then, I'm not sure if that did anything or not. You know, it takes a minute for the performance problems to go away, and I'm like, oh god, I am gonna die, you know. And then it's slow, oh, and then it does that again, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm screwed. But nope, it starts to smooth out. I almost eat it several times. I also don't know if you can jump through here with your shields up in SCM mode. I don't think you can. I didn't try. But well, come on. And then we barely make it through this, but I do make it through this. And there we go. It's starting to turn blue to the Stanton color. And the trip back seemed a lot quicker and less eventful than the trip out. I'm not 100% sure if that's just my imagination or if it really is, because I swear we come up on the opening on the other side quicker this time. I suppose it makes sense because once the loading into the new system's done, it doesn't need to keep you in here anymore. Maybe it loaded quicker. Or maybe just it wasn't as scary. Yeah, see, there's the opening on the other side. And whoosh, right behind that other ship that I was following. That is clever. And then the pop in, and I'm like, oh my god. The station eventually pops in. I realize I can't get fuel again, and then we just warp to back to is it Area 18? It's Area 18. Whatever. Is it Microtech or is it ArcCorp? Yes, ArcCorp. We work our way back to ArcCorp. It has been a while since I've been to Area 18, but it feels like they did some work on this. It's like it's a rainy day over Area 18 when we get back. It's really crazy. I'm going to let this play out here so you can see it. This is the planet that's a city across the entire planet. If you haven't seen it or played the game before, I can't remember what planet, like in Star Wars, it's the planet that's just a city over the entire surface. That's this planet. I end up getting through the clouds, and it's like dusty and cloudy and dark and rainy. I even got the raindrops on the windshield. I'm like, what the hell? It looked sunny when I came up, and then as we're coming up, I'm using that ship I'm picking up on radar, just guessing. Yeah, I see the ArcCorp tower there, so I know I'm near it. Guessing he's near the starport, right? And he is. And as we come out here, we got an opening in the clouds shining on the starport. It's like, Jesus Christ, that's like the most Blade Runner thing I've ever seen in a game, man. It's like, Jesus. I do think they did something. I think they changed some weather tech or something. There we are, Area 18. Back where we started. This is my spawn point in the PTU, so it gives me the extra large hangar. It's my personal hangar. So it's overly big. It does glitch out a little bit, as you see here, for a second. I get a little worried. But Area 18 is one of my favorite places to land at. It's just not one of my favorite places to call home. But here we are. That was traveling from Area 18 to Bloom and back in the PTU. Didn't really do much. Just wanted to test the jump points. Those are the first and only 2 times I've ever gone through the jump point myself, and I was able to do it. So it wasn't that bad. It's not easy. You got to really pay attention, but it isn't that bad, thankfully. So, but till then, hopefully you enjoyed the little trip with me. If you're wondering what it's like, just a quick trip through systems and back, about how big Stanton is. I might make videos. I want to do some mercenary work in Pyro. We'll see. I might stream. We'll see what happens, but probably not. But there we are. Thanks for watching the video, everybody, and I'll see you out there in the verse. Fly safe.